after discussing the meaning of demand, the movement in demand and shift in demand, now we have to understand why does the demand curve slope downward, or why more is demanded at a lower price or less is demanded at a higher price, or simply the reason behind the law of demand, right? This is a topic which can be asked in 6-mark question. Okay, there are 4 important points, or simply just see what we have to do is we have to prove the law of demand. We have to prove that if price will increase, demand will decrease, right? First is the law of DMU. It is related to one commodity case. Second is income effect. Third is substitution effect. Last is new consumers, or it is related to affordability. Okay, so if a 6-mark question is asked regarding this prove the law of demand or why does demand curve slope downward, to explain all these 4 points. These are the 4 important points which prove the law of demand, right? Now we will study them in detail. First is the law of DMU. Remember, the law of DMU says that as you consume more and more of a commodity, marginal utility of that commodity, suppose the commodity is X, MUX will decrease. And also the one commodity case says that to be in equilibrium, a consumer has to consume a commodity till MUX is equal to PX, right? Now suppose there is a fall in price. It would create a situation where MUX is more than PX, while if there is a rise in price, it will lead to situation MUX less than PX, right? And a rational consumer will always try to achieve the equilibrium. Now if this situation has arisen, then he needs to decrease the marginal utility, because he cannot decrease the price of the commodity, right? Price is decided by the market. For that he needs to consume more. If he will increase the consumption of X, only then the marginal utility can decrease according to the law of DMU. So it means if the price of the commodity falls, the consumer increases the consumption of that commodity, or you can say he increases the demand of that commodity. And this is what I am trying to prove, right? Same vice versa situation here. Now in this case he has to increase the marginal utility, right? And you know marginal utility can increase when he consumes lesser units of the commodity. Remember the schedule of marginal utility. When he decreases the consumption, marginal utility will increase, right? So simply to explain this point, you have to tell that what is law of DMU. Then you have to state that consumer's equilibrium lies at this point. Rise in price would lead to this, and vice versa. You can simply write vice versa would lead to this, right? And see, you can also use these type of flowcharts in your answers. Not a problem if you use them. But remember, you should explain also little bit about each and every point. Then second is the income effect. Okay, how is it a cause for the law of demand? Before understanding that, we must understand what is this income effect. See, it says it is the relative rise. The term relative means comparative. Okay, comparative rise in the income of a buyer, which he feels if there is a fall in price of a commodity. We can understand it a little better. Suppose a person has 100 rupees with him, income is 100, and he has to buy, say, commodity X, say rice, say 10 units of 10 kgs of rice, and the price of rice is, say, 3 rupee per kg. Right? So it means in order to buy this commodity, he needs to spend 30 rupees. So after spending this 30 rupees, he will have 70 rupees left with him, or this is known as the purchasing power. Purchasing power or the purchasing capacity, or it is also known as the real income. You can also call it as the real income. Now see, if the price of this commodity falls, say the price comes to rupees 2 per kg, then what will happen? in order to buy 10 units of the commodity, consumer will need to spend 20 rupees. So his real income is now 80. Okay, so if the price of the commodity falls, there is a relative rise in the income of the consumer which he feels. Though there is no change in the income remains 100, but comparatively in both the cases this real income has increased. So now this increased real income can be used to buy more goods. Okay, maybe the same good or maybe some other good, right? So again I am able to prove that if price will decrease, then real income of the consumer will rise and he will buy more of the commodity. Again I have proved law of demand and vice versa. If the price would have risen, then the real income would have decreased. Again, when you are explaining this point, then you have to mention what is the meaning of real income effect. It is the relative rise in the price of in the income of a consumer which he feels due to fall in the price of the goods and vice versa. Then you can just give an example and explain it. Or you can theoretically write that fall in the prices leads to rise in the real income of the buyer, which increases his purchasing power, that can be used to buy more units of the same good or maybe some other good. Then third is the substitution effect. Again remember, the substitute goods is just the effect of the price of rise in or fall in the price of one commodity on its substitute. Substitution effect again is a relative rise in the price of a commodity which a consumer feels due to fall in price of its substitute. You can just understand the meaning. It is a relative rise in price of one commodity which a consumer feels because the price of its substitute has decreased. For example, suppose you are consuming Coke and its substitute Pepsi also costs the same price, say 20 rupees. But now suppose, so for you both are equal, but suppose now price of Pepsi falls to 18, then you might think of consuming Coke because you will feel that, consuming Pepsi because you will feel that now Coke is relatively expensive, though the price of Coke has not changed, right? So this again proves that if the price of a commodity rises, the consumer will shift over to the substitute good. And if the price of the commodity falls, then the people who were buying the substitute, who were earlier buying the substitute, will shift to buy this commodity. So demand for this commodity will rise, right? So again I am able to prove it. Remember what I have to prove? The law of demand, that if price will fall, demand will rise. So for explaining this particular point, you will have to mention the definition, what the definition is, what the meaning is. Then you can take an example and explain. You can take the example of tea and coffee. Like suppose tea becomes expensive, then people will feel that coffee has become relatively cheaper and they start increase the consumption of coffee. Then next fourth point is related to the affordability or new consumers. Better it can be called as affordability. You know what is affordability? Affordability is ability to buy the commodity. Suppose you want to buy a commodity whose price is rupees 1000, so you should have at least 1000 rupees with you, right? That is the affordability. Now let's take an example. Suppose the price of any commodity is say rupees 100, and in a particular city, take a economy, take a village, anything, say there are 500 people who have this money, who have 100 rupees with them, right? Now suppose the price of this commodity comes to 98. Then what do you think?